BC. How are you? Welcome back. This is Hub Tunes. I am Mike. Before I get on with this video, I just wanted to, I noticed in the last like 3 weeks, I've gotten a lot of new subscribers and my views have really gone up. So I just wanted to welcome all my new subscribers, say hi and thank you. I'm an expert on nothing. We're just here to have some fun and show some records and have some giggles maybe along the way and whatever. So don't take it too seriously and have fun. Today I'm doing a jazz video. It is on the ECM label. ECM is a jazz label. I don't know when it was started. My guess is late 60s, early 70s. It gets a lot of flack in the jazz community, kind of like CTI does. Their records tend to be the complaints are that they're overproduced, they're too slick, they're too slick, too shiny, too, I don't know. I don't have an issue with them, though. Where I am, I am more of a blue note, hard bop, jazz person. Blue note's where my jazz wheelhouse really is, and verve and some impulse too. But I would say mostly, hard bop with blue note. So when it comes to ECM, I mean that's kind of where I started my jazz collection, with bands like Patmetheny and Chick Corea and Gary Burton, people like that. When I was in high school, I really gravitated towards that lush sound. I grew out of it for a while. I come back to it, and I grow out of it, and I come back to it. So it's an acquired taste, and I don't listen to a lot of ECM records anymore, but every once in a while I throw one on because they are really, really pretty records. Some of them are gorgeous, and I was thinking I would show some of my favorite ones that I have in my collection. Obviously, everything Patmetheny did early. I think he might. I don't even know what he's on now, but. Most everything from the Patmetheny group and all his solo stuff, it's all on ECM, and I'm not going to go through every single one of those great albums. I mean, his debut album, I think I'm showing the debut album. So anyway, enough rambling. I might as well just start off with my favorite. I think this is my favorite. As I was putting things together, I was thinking, well, this might be my favorite record on ECM. This is the Gary Burton Quintet, Dreams So Real, the music of Carla Bley. Gorgeous artwork, absolutely gorgeous. The quintet is Gary Burton on vibes, Mick Goodrick on guitar, Patmetheny on 12-string, the amazing Steve Swallow on bass. I love Steve Swallow, and Bob Moses on drums. This is what year was this? This was 76, and it's a gorgeous album. Obviously, it's very it has a lush sound, because of the vibraphone of Gary Burton. But then you throw in two guitarists and a great drummer. This is a wonderful record. It's got that ECM. Some say it's overproduced. I think this one absolutely just rocks. It's got a good edge to it. I really, really like this record. Wonderful, wonderful record. Dreams So Real, Gary Burton Quintet. Highly recommend this record. Probably my favorite on ECM. Let me show you the label. Their label hasn't changed at all over the years, very much. So that's the Gary Burton Quintet. Next is a newer record. This is Jack DeJeanette. This is from, is it last year? I think it's either last year or 2019. This is from, 2016. This is Jack DeJeanette in Movement with Ravi Coltrane and Matthew Garrison. This is a wonderful record, absolutely wonderful record. A newer ECM record. Ravi Coltrane, I'm telling you, I think I've said this before. Ravi Coltrane does not get enough credit. I mean, he's the son of two jazz legends and geniuses. He's really good on his own right. I saw him live at Birdland a couple years ago. He was doing the music of his mother, and they had a harpist, and he had a great band with him. And I sat there and I drank 2 martinis and was in heaven. The show was absolutely wonderful. This is Jack DeJeanette in Movement. Jack DeJeanette obviously on drums, Ravi on tenor, soprano, and saxophone. Tenor, soprano, saxophone. And then Matthew Garrison is on electric bass. So it's got a good electric vibe. I mean, there's definitely no acoustics to this. Just a wonderful, wonderful record. I highly recommend this too. 2016, the Jack DeJeanette in Movement with the Ravi Coltrane and Matthew Garrison. Terrific record. This also came out a couple years ago, and I didn't like it at first. This is John Scofield, Swallow Tales with Bill Stewart and Steve Swallow. Like I just said, Steve Swallow's a wonderful bassist, absolutely wonderful. This is on ECM again. Label has changed on this one a little. This is just from 2019. This came out. It was a very limited release. This is on the darker ECM label. Like I said, I didn't care for it when it first came out, but it's really grown on me over the years. In fact, getting ready for this video, I popped it on, and it's really good. A lot of people have complaints about John Scofield, a squeaky guitar. I like John Scofield. I understand the criticism of him, but I still think he's an absolutely terrific guitarist and is still touring, still playing, and putting out really solid records. This is one of the first ECM records I ever bought. This is Gary Burton duets with Chick Corea, another great artwork. ECM. Beautiful record. It's just the two of them. Chick on piano and Gary on vibraphone. It's a bunch of... it looks like one song is Steve Swallow wrote one song. Chick Corea and Steve Swallow wrote everything on the record, but Steve Swallow is not on the record. 1979, probably the peak of Gary Burton's career. A terrific vibraphonist, doesn't get mentioned a lot in the, with Bobby Hutcherson and the other Milt Jackson, but he was absolutely terrific. Wonderful, wonderful record. Gary Burton duets with Chick Corea. I guess if Steve Swallow was on the record with them, it wouldn't be called duets, would it? No. Okay. Sorry. I don't know. This record is also one of the first ECM records I ever bought. And this is probably the original because it's pretty beat up. But this is the amazing So Falls, As Falls Wichita, So Falls Wichita Falls by Lyle Mays and Patmetheny. This is a solo album for the two of them. Probably my favorite Patmetheny record. Absolutely terrific. Wonderful, wonderful record. Lyle Mays, who we just recently lost in the last couple of years. Wonderful piano player and just doesn't get much credit. This is 1981. Wow, it's hard to believe. Great, great record. Patmetheny, Lyle Mays. And this is a solo record by Patmetheny, and this is my favorite solo record of Patmetheny's. I've shown this before on this channel. This is New Chautauqua, Patmetheny on ECM, obviously, and Pat plays everything: electric and 12-string guitars, acoustic guitar, 15-string harp guitar, and electric bass. The song Country Poem is wonderful. Long Ago Child is great. The title track is awesome. This is from 1979. Pat was cranking out music back then. Still is. He's got 2 albums in the last year. So absolutely fantastic. If you like just solid acoustic guitar, this is one of the great guitar records of all time. And if you like, this is one I've had in my collection a while too, because it's pretty beat up. If you like piano playing and grunting and out there free avant-garde piano, straight up piano, this is Keith Jarrett Concerts. It's a little box set I have. It's in great shape. It's got the records are in great shape. The box has seen its better days, but it's got a nice little record book talking about the songs and the concerts and everything. These are all recorded in Germany. There's a couple other. There's the Cologne concerts, and this is a 3-record set. It's really nice. I don't play it very often. It's pretty out there. Not always in the mood for that. Next up is a wonderful record. This is Jack DeJeanette. This is Directions. Just picked this up actually, probably in the last year. Great record, ECM. I guess I don't have to keep telling you it's ECM because it's an ECM video. I'm an idiot. Jack DeJeanette, John Abercrombie, another underrated guitarist who just does not get enough credit. In fact, I should have pulled out one of his records. I have 2 of them. I don't know why I didn't do that. But John Abercrombie on guitar is wonderful. Alex Foster on tenor and soprano sax. Mike Richmond on bass and electric bass, and Warren Bernhardt on piano. All songs written by Jack DeJeanette, except one. Morning Star is written by Warren Bernhardt. Really, really good album. This is from 1976. So Jack was pretty young back then. Jack's an awesome drummer. What a wonderful drummer. I hope we get one more tour out of him. And then the last one. This is a weird one. This is a, what do I say about this record? This is called the Everyman Band, and this is a promo copy. It is it's out there. But it's fusion. It's hard. It's more of a hard rock fusion record. It's not like some of these other ones. It doesn't feel overproduced. This has Michael Shorsky on drums, David Torn on guitar, who is really, really good, Bruce Yaw on bass, and Martin Vogel on sax. I've seen Martin on a few other records, but I don't have anything else by this band. I know nothing about them, but it's always been one of the records in my collection. I pull this out every once in a while. It's totally different than everything else that I just showed. It's really out there, but it's still got that rock bass. So it doesn't feel like it's not free jazz. Maybe free fusion might be. I don't know. But it's a great record. Highly recommend this. And I've seen this out there in dollar bins, but it's a wonderful, wonderful record. The Everyman Band. Yeah, and it's just called, this is just the title of it. The Everyman Band. Check them out. And I guess that's it, guys. I don't know. It was a weird video. I don't know. I wanted to talk about ECM because there's some good stuff out there, and I know the label gets poo-pooed a lot, and rightfully so. I understand why hardcore jazz fans probably don't like ECM. Tell hardcore jazz fans, a lot of them don't even like CTI. So I get it. The label really kind of in the 70s and 80s really pushed the fusion. Some will even say soft jazz. I like it. Like I said, I got to be in the mood. And when I am in the mood, I always throw on an old Patmetheny record, or even the Gary Burton. Those 2 that I showed are wonderful. Yeah, that's my little quick weird overview of ECM. Questions, comments, snide remarks right down there. let me know what you guys think. I don't know. I don't have a huge ECM as I was going through everything. I mean, other than Patmetheny, and Gary Burton. I have a couple more Gary Burton records. But I don't have a lot on ECM. But what I do have, I do listen to and have listened to since high school, So anyway, thought I'd just do that. Not much else going on. Kind of winding down here in Chicago in the fall. We've had some beautiful weather. Fall, we haven't had any cold weather at all yet in Chicago, so kind of enjoying it. And that's about it, guys. Stay well, stay safe. Talk to you soon.